Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to go through an example on how to use pivot table to solve a data analysis question. And the data I'm going to use today is from this website called Kaggle. So Kaggle is a online learning community on data science, machine learning, and also on coding as well. And it has a lot of fun data to download and play with. In this case, we're looking at this data set called movies on Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, and Disney Plus. And you can download this data yourself with the download button here. And I'm going to have this data set Excel file and the link to this web page on the description of the video. So let's begin. So once you download the file, what you're given is a CSV file with this particular tab called Movie on Streaming Platforms, and it has column running from A to Q, and it has 17,000 records, and each row is a record, and each row represents the detail of a particular movie. So let's go through one example. Let's zoom in. Let's just say the first one is Inception from 2010. Its age appropriate is 13 plus. The IMDb rating, Rotten Tomato rating, movie streaming platform is available on. Don't worry about the type column. The director, genre, and country it's released. The language is available and the runtime. One thing to notice is director can have multiple people, so you have multiple directors. The genre can be multiple genre as well. Just keep this in mind in the later section when we go through the pivot table. So let's move on to the pivot table tab. So in this tab, we have two sections. On the left side, we have the general pivot table where it collects all the data and then organize it with filter, the main data table, and a bunch of sliders. I'm going to explain how to use them in a bit. And then on the right hand side, we have a few more detailed questions that we want to ask with individual pivot tables. So let's begin. So one of the main thing we want to answer is which movie is available on which platform. So for example, let's go through a Batman movie. So Batman and Bill, and Batman Begin is in this data set, and we have their ratings, and we know that both of these are available on Hulu right now. And then we also see the Lego movie for superhero with Batman in it is available on Netflix. And what you will also notice is the sliders. They have different color code. So that means with the color code, it means this data is belonging to which categories. So for example, let's go for each sliders. In the Rotten Tomato tab, this movie, some of them are very good, 80% to 100%, which is very good rating. And then one of them is not rated. In terms of IMDb, it's rated between 6 and 10. In the age appropriate group, it's 13 plus, 16 plus, and some blank as well. And then the slider, so you will notice it's 0, highlighted 0 for Disney Plus and Prime Video. That means it's not available there. And then it's highlighted for Hulu and Netflix. That means these movies, some of them are available on Hulu, some of them is available on Netflix. Let's go through another example. Say, what movie is good? The Matrix. Let's see. Okay, so there's three Matrix, Reloaded, and the Revolution. Again, we can see the IMDb rating there, the Rotten Tomato, and the runtime. And what you notice is all three of them is available on Netflix and nowhere else. And then the filters here, it allows you to filter, say, a movie based on the year, genre, country, language, and the runtime. So let's unselect them all. And then let's just say we want to look at movies that are from year 2000 only. And we want it to be on Netflix only. We want it to be genre, let's just say action. Again, genre can have action, adventure, and so on, but it has to have action in it. So that's a movie can have multiple genre in it, and action can just be only one of those. Language available, let's just go with Spanish. And these are the movies that's available. So that's one easy tool to find out. I want to filter out a certain movie from year 2000, and the genre is action, and I want it to be available in Spanish as well. And these are the movie lists that's available. And then we can also sort it, more sorting option. That's sorted by the IMDb rating. Should be descending. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the top rated, and then you have Anna Watch and Hannah Luna and Koga. And so that's one easy tool to find out what's available on this data set, and using this filter to find out particular movie that based on the characteristic that you'd be interested in. And then on the right hand side, we have platforms on the movie that's available here. Notice this is not all the movies that's ever made in the whole wide world, but just this 17,000 records. So within these records, we have the following 5 questions that we can answer. The IMDb and Rotten Tomato, whether or not they agree on their ratings. The movie streaming platform that has the most quality content. The movie count on each platform. The movie category that this platform focus on, and also which year of movies do this platform to have the contents on. So first one, we can see that in the row section we have the Rotten Tomato rating, and then on the column section we have the IMDb ratings. So generally we should see that they agree on between a very good rating from IMDb and also perfect rating on the Rotten Tomato. There's a general 50% overlap on the record that's available. In terms of both agree on a very good rating, chances are you think they're gonna coincident, so 88% agree on each other. And then on the next section, we can see that for Rotten Tomatoes and the platform availabilities. So in this section, we can see per platform, where do they spend their money on movie qualities. You can see that majority of them spend their money on the 60% to 100% rated on Rotten Tomato. And one thing you will notice is Netflix only have 1400 records, Prime Video has 3000, and Hulu has only 600, and Disney Plus is only 300. So that means this dataset is heavily leaning toward video that's available on the Prime Video. Moving on, we have the rating and the IMDb min and max. So it's to say that per video category, whether or not there's a discrepancy on the IMDb rating, the minimum and the maximum. So from here, we can see that for each category, the min is always somewhere around like a 1 or 2, and the max can be 8 or 9. And similarly on the Rotten Tomato sections, which shows a similar case. And then on the movie rating and the platform focus, we can see that majority spend their money on movie that's rated an 18 plus, and in the exception of a Disney Plus, where it has rating generally for the 7 plus and all, means chances are Disney Plus has more kids appropriate movie content. And finally, we have this heat map table that shows for the last 20 years, from year 2000 to 2020, where do they spend their movies productions. So on Netflix, they're heavily spending their money from year 2016 to 2019. And then for Hulu, they spend most of their money on movie from 2018. Prime Video is more evened out. So it's from year 2011 all the way to 2018. 2019 content is not so much, it's only 2% of the entire library. For Disney Plus, it's pretty spaced out. They spend most of their money in year 2000 movies, 2003, 2017, and 2019. So there you go. Based on the data available from Kaggle in this dataset, these are some of the characteristics that we can find out from this dataset. So feel free to go to the Kaggle website and download it. Again, the data and also the file is available to download on the description section.